Welcome in again, my friends, on the 5 Minutes with Sean, maybe 10. Today we're going to call reality check. And that's the reality check around all things digital retail. Yeah, online car buying. Let's start first with our friends at Carvana. It sounds like we need to roll out the Wambulance for Carvana. They decided to make a plea via my friend Chris Martinez posted this, a plea to the state of Illinois, not the actual government state, but the people, the state people, saying we need your help. Illinois is singling us out. Their antiquated paperwork is not able to work within our system. It needs to be changed. What a fucking joke, right? So let me tell you first why it's a joke. There are 1,000 car dealerships in the state of Illinois who, for the most part, file all their paperwork. The reason people are concerned about taking things digital in the title world are theft. Ask the mortgage industry why they have the stringent rules that they do. You don't need titles being stolen out from under people without their knowledge. Filing this paperwork with state people and having a process to follow that we've all followed for, 50 years, is there for a reason. It's part of the infrastructure, which is something I'll get to in future shows. I don't think people give enough attention to infrastructure. So here we are. Roll out the Wambulance for Carvana. Wah, wah, wah. They can't have their way. Look, get on board. Give me a break, all right? File paperwork like everyone else. You don't have physical locations. Get them and figure it out, okay? This whole idea of online buying starts there, all right? It starts there. So that's the whole thing. First of all, even if you ask Carvana, the most of their deals are not done end-to-end online, okay? They're done via the phone. Email, okay? That's how shit's getting done. People are using the internet for research. It's still the case today. So over the last 60 days, I've made a point to ask as many people as I can in the car business on the retail side, what's your digital retail tool? Cool, it's XYZ. That's awesome, man. I'm really glad you have one of those. Now talk to me. How many of the deals are you seeing month in, month out, end to end online? Roll out the crickets, my friends, okay? The answer, unequivocally, 9 times out of 10 is fucking zero. Zero. That's how many times consumers are buying cars online. Now, I know you got big OEMs like the Blue Oval out here running their mouths, lying to people, just so everyone knows, lying to you about doing 50, 60% of their deals online. If the only way to order a car is via the website, that is not an online order. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Please stop with your bullshit, manufacturers. You think you know consumers? You don't know shit about consumers. You don't even know how to produce your own fucking cars. So before you go meddling in consumer business, thinking you know what they all want, which again is a whole nother issue we will get into on future shows with these people, it is not happening. Digital retail, we are now 2 years since the start of the COVID era, the ushering in of all online technology. The world will change. Are you ready? Nothing has changed. You understand me? Absolutely nothing has changed. And let's throw on this next layer of digital retail business. Now we have dealers, because the manufacturer can't produce enough fucking cars, right? Because they're going to be boutique manufacturers now. They're going to make cars to order like fucking Burger King. No, they're not. They could never stay in business that way. All right? Or Big Blue Oval, like they just did, lay off 3,000. Just so we're all aware, that's the first of many thousands of people to lose their jobs under the way that we want to take this business. So congratulations. You've now made cars that people in an economy can't afford because you cut out the fucking jobs. So bravo. Once again, OEMs, I'd love to just stand up and pat you on the back for the kind of idiots that you are day in and day out as it relates to the automotive space in this country, okay? You are a disaster. Everything about your concept and conversations are disasters. Consumers do not want to buy cars online. And if we have dealers now, based on your lack of production efforts, because you're all trying to price fix, just so all consumers hear this, manufacturers expect you to pay retail MSRP for the rest of your lives. Bullshit. Cars are starting to stack up on lots. starting to have the A word pop out there, folks, aged inventory. When that happens, you will see discounts back on hoods. You will see more cars on lots than consumers want to buy. Welcome to the fucking car business. It's been going on for 100 years. It don't change. As much as people want it to change. Oh, you had to be up for change. This ain't got nothing to do with that. Consumers don't want the change. No one's asked for it. No one's engaged in it. As a matter of fact, I contend that we've been doing it wrong the whole time. I believe that you need the internet to do your research. That's it. That's all we used in 2005 in Colorado. The internet was there for research. Do you have the car? Yes, I do. You know what we did? We FedEx paperwork back and forth. You know that dealership group still does that today? Selling cars that way 17 years later. And do you know why that is? Because it's tried, true, tested, and it fucking works. That's why. Because it's the easiest way around worrying about all the digital nonsense that the likes of Carvana can't, I guess, understand on their own. Now we have dealers who are still executing. But again, let me take you back to the concept that dealers are not selling cars outside their market area, okay? And in some cases, they're not selling cars unless you have a trade-in. This is the new world. What's that got to do with digital retail? You know what I hear when I talk to dealers about digital retail? Oh, Sean, people like to play around with payments. People like to play around with their trade. People like to play around. Ooh, no, they don't. They stop when it gets to credit because they become uncomfortable. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe we need to educate them further. Nope, that's not it. Maybe you need to stop jamming your agenda down the consumer's throats. Maybe that's what we need to do. Stop for 1 second and consider what the actual consumer is asking for. They're asking for less hassle. They're asking for less time spent in showrooms that they want to still show up to. Okay? I know I'm going to get all kinds of messages about Sean. The 1% dealer groups in this country do blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Let's worry about the 99 because that's where I roll in life. Okay? I don't worry about what the 1% of anything fucking does. I worry about the masses. What do they do? What does the average consumer want to do? My boy Matt Lasher would tell you they want to understand their credit and what their credit affords them. What's that got to do with digital retail? I'll give you another quick answer. Nothing. Zero. So, as you go through your day and you worry about all this other shit and your OEMs try to tell you about, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, we want control. Don't give it to them. They wouldn't know what to do with it if it hit them in the fucking head. Okay? So, stop with the digital retail push. Start with the consumer experience, okay? Apple stores are packed, loaded to the gills with people in them. Do you know why? Because of the experience. So please stop telling me that everyone wants to buy shit online because it isn't true. All right? I'm going to leave that with you there. I hope you enjoyed that because I know that I feel better having done it. I look forward to seeing you next week. Go out and enjoy the rest of your week.